So welcome back. Today's story's a little bit sad, a little bit positive as well. I'm pretty happy. Here's one of our beautiful, lovely hibiscus is coming out, and if you have a little look down there, you can see there's Jilly in the back there, and there is Panga. It's in the middle of the day, it's sort of 2 o'clock. Storm's at school, she's doing very well. Been doing very well with the mountain minnows in the pond. The clarity in the pond is coming along. Got a bit of a project coming along with that, so there's a new pump coming which I'm pretty happy about. It's lower wattage but higher volume, so we get more circulation. I'm adding a air bubbler in. As you can see, I have my golf cart up on the stands. I'm going to finally get around to having a look at that. So today's little story is there's a bit of a sad, and it's going to finish with a happy. So this is a pretty sad beginning to the story, today's ep anyway. So I have a very good friend who's an electrician in West Auckland. Lovely guy, and he had noticed that there was a very unwell bearded dragon. I'm not a big fan of bearded dragons. I prefer to have reptiles that brumate, so I can have holidays in winter and things like that and go to nice summery places. The weather here right now is 27 degrees, about 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So getting back to the sad story, we had a bearded dragon dropped off called Harriet in a very bad way. This wonderful guy, Andre, the electrician, he was doing a job at a customer's place and had noticed that it looked pretty unwell, and he didn't necessarily have the ways all to save it all the time, but he contacted me to see if I'd give it a crack. Then he went back to these people and they forced him to buy it off him, which was pretty sad. You'll see the condition of this poor Harriet was its name. I'm saying was because unfortunately after a couple of days of trying to resuscitate, she got some colour. It was just all too much for it. And when I'm not 100% sure if it was just from sheer neglect. It's a good size bearded dragon, but by the time I'd got to it, was very dehydrated, feces over itself, things like that. So pretty heavy stuff, been pretty busy. So we had a wee bit of hope for the first day or so, and then it just passed away overnight. It was all a little bit too much, too late, unfortunately. There was no lights on, no heat. There's nothing much we can do about it legally in this country either as a neglect thing. It's just one of those things that's very sad. But now that's over and done with, and I would just sort of recommend people in the future, if you're buying a creature like a reptile, and just reach out and see if there are any people out there that will take it off your hands if you've had enough, or even try and sell them. So, but yeah, this is devastating. Sort of wonderful with the nature of Andre and his caring. He's an amazing guy. He loves animals. So, but the exciting news, this is really exciting, is that Zeus and Margarita had a second baby. So Miracle's their first baby. A beautiful little Montana. So Zeus has been pretty funny recently. He's been banging up against the glass on the hutch. He's been wanting to get up on the deck to hang out with me, which is pretty case. He's not out at the moment, well, not that I know of. You might notice a bit of a noise. That's the aircon, which in one of our other clips was a bit noisy. I'll quickly show you Miracle. So Miracle was our first Greek last year. She's been a bit restless in the enclosure. She's still only little. I will turn off the aircon. That'll sound a bit better for all of us. So the aircon's in there because it gets too hot in the shed and I don't want it to go over 32 degrees and bake the little babies. So this is the wonderful, beautiful little miracle. She was 90 days last year and I accidentally opened up. I didn't realise there was a baby in there. And as you can see, she's growing well. She's out here by herself at the moment, but she might get some hatchlings because they're getting a little bit restless too. And over this side is this is what we call the Seymour Croft. This is where their juveniles stay. Once they get big enough though, there will be a hole put in the side over there and they'll be able to roam. That is the beautiful and wonderful Phoebe down there. As you can see, she's one of our biggest 2-year-olds. Beautiful smooth shell. All the tricks that I'll be teaching you how to. And we have Twinkle and Tink over there. So those are the two first we incubated. They had to stay inside a little bit longer than I'd ideally like to have had them, but they do very well together. We have the recirculating water. I've ordered a new UV bulb for that, so it's all go around here. Just mind out for Phoebe. See, oh, that's Antonia down there. And there we go. So Poco in the corner there. Luna, Diamondana in the middle, and that's Dimitri. Anyway, back to Montana. So I washed my hands after dealing with Harriet. So in here, oh, here we go. So we have 3 Eastern Hermans in here, and 3 up there. They won't be staying, they'll be finding new homes as soon as possible, but there's no hurry. I do not have advertising them or anything like that at the moment, but if people contact me inside of New Zealand, I'll be happy to help them out. So Montana is hopefully 1 of 2 this season. We've got another egg in the incubator. The other eggs are getting a little bit stinky and exploding. But that is the wonderful, this is our first Greek Spur Thigh. They're fairly uncommon in New Zealand. We've only got 2 varieties available, which is Eastern Hermans. But as you can see, she's got a little crease on the shell there, which I hope it smooths out. I've been putting her back into the incubator. But this is our little enclosures here. I'll just put her there. So I would like them to be bigger. They have a concrete backing, so it's not polystyrene. Camera up there, we have UV T5s and Jungle Dawn. I have the luminized system, have the heat source there, and the Habistat classic dimming thermostat sensor there. Just shut the door. I'll quickly show you in the other incubator down here. So getting back to Harriet, it's not that I don't like bearded dragons. As you can see, this egg here looks quite nice. There's a big smell in here anyway, because I've had a couple of eggs explode, but I suggest that one was probably going to go on that one. But that white one right there should hopefully crack open over the next few days or weeks. We're just holding our breath. Well, we're not holding our breath. Whew, that's a bit stinky in there. Might have to take that egg out as well, and we'll just be left with the one egg. So yeah, they're all coming along quite nicely. You can tell, nice looking shells and everything. We've got 5 daisies this year and only 1 gilly, which is a bit odd. But, that's fertility for you. And just to prove to you that we do actually, I don't know if it'll prove anything to you actually. But we'll just go and have a look at the wonderful little miracle. So yeah, this is sort of the great thing about tortoises, and especially in New Zealand, is that you can quite easily have them outside from the get-go. Well, in Auckland, New Zealand, and there's argument for the whole of New Zealand, but we're pretty warm here. We only get down to 0 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 30 something and Celsius. Oh, here we go. There's a couple of the boys. They're expecting me to have fed them, got food out for them, I think. That's just disturbed Twink and Tankle. I always call them Twinkle when I'm saying So I have a cold frame with all the enclosures. I like to use them to heat up in the morning, thermoregulate. Things are all a little bit dry at the moment. That time of the season, they're starting to wind down. I don't think Margarita or Marigold have got up today. We can go have a check. There you go. Now, there we go. There's Marigold. I definitely know Daisy and these guys can be a bit lazy. They're well fed, so they're not in any hurry to get out. That'll be it. It's just Marigold and Margarita. I've been having to section Zeus away from them a little bit. He's just been a bit full on. That's our Zeus. So it's very easy here. All I have to do is have a little swing gate right there. Nearly fell over, but so this is one of the many gates. And so that can actually go all the way over there, give me lots of options. Hey Marigold. She's like, what the hell are you waking me up for? That's alright. So that's what's been going on. It's really nice to have this beautiful little creature, and hopefully she'll outlive me and Storm will be able to keep her as well. So there's a few projects coming up. The growing and the life of beautiful little Montana. I'll try and get her in focus for you. With 2 eyes, aren't you? So your big sister you'll meet probably sooner than later. She's only got 1 eye. Quite neat. No real markings on the back, but I have noticed she's sort of quite lighted with the Greeks. It doesn't sort of, etching can change quite a bit. I just would like that little crease to come out on the top of her shell, which it should do. I'll probably put her back in the pottle tonight, which is just to keep her shell moist and help it to round out. And I'll get this edited for you, and we'll try and do a few more good stories. It's a bit sad about Harriet. It's just one of those things, sort of a bit saddened, and it's been a couple of full-on busy weeks. I'm going to try and do a few more clips for you, help you with your housing, your feeding of your testudo varieties in a very domesticated situation. I hope you appreciate that, just doing it from my front yard. I don't have a massive yard, and it's something very viable for everybody as long as you are able to guarantee them space. And that was one big thing that's quite noticeable too. Zeus could quite easily take up the whole section. I mean the house and everything, on the amount of territory he needs and wants and can actually wander around. That's why the good reason is that we can actually gate him off a bit. He was thinking about, I put him up on the deck because he'd been knocking against the glass. So let's go have a look. Let's go see if we can find him. So I wonder where he is. Haven't seen him for a while. He was out earlier today, trying to scoff all the hibiscus. The funny thing is that Punga's snuggled up with Jilly. There's my big boy, Zeus. It's always the way, isn't it? When you go to look for them, you won't be able to find them. There he is. So that's our Zeus. Hey Zeus, having a bit of a sleep, buddy. Thought you'd have heard me. Anyway, that's Zeus's second progeny. Only about the size of your head, Zeus, isn't it? I'm going to wake you up now, are you? Anyway, we'll put Montana back and we'll leave you be. There's little Montana, big old Zeus. Oh, you woken up? I was like, oh, you're up, Dad. I was just having a good old sleep down there. You're going to come out now and show off. That's your little bubby. Come on in. So Zeus is pretty funny. You're having a bit of a nap, were you, bud? Here you go, just chill out. I'll give you a tickle so you don't get too far close. She's only little Montana, isn't she? You're my little rock star, Zeus. He doesn't butt anything but his girls. He doesn't butt shoes. He does. They have a good amount of territory to roam. He's gonna go all over my legs, but I can't get. I'm not that flexible, Zeus. So anyway, we'll all say goodbye from Montana. Where are you going, Zeus? And Zeus. There we go. Have a great day. Love and look after you, especially your tortoises, but all reptiles, please. I'm going to be showing you. Mate. Oh, it's hard with one hand, and you're strong. I'm putting him down. There we go. So, and it's pretty hot. So I hope you're all giggles. Don't know if you learned anything of this one. We're just in the middle. Our Chinese lanterns in the back there are still doing very well, but it's probably the worst. It's peak summer and it's probably the worst that they ever have. There goes Zeus. We're going to put little Montana back. They're quite a bit more wriggly than, or more difficult to hold than the humans. Where are you after, Zeus? So, here we go. Gonna have to make sure that he doesn't get collected in the front gate. Zeus! 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 What are you doing? Zeus! No, he doesn't want to come back. Off he goes, just like that. Anyway, everybody have a great day. We are. Bye. Bye from Montana. Bye from Mark.